A low, deep thrum. The sound of displaced water. A change in the pressure. In the murky water of the late Cretaceous, it is the only warning you get. A young plesiosaur, confident moments ago, suddenly stops. Its senses scream. Wrong. Beneath the waves, a titan stirs. It twists, its long neck pulling its head back, searching the gloom. You cannot search for a shadow. Below, a shape detaches itself from the seafloor. 60 feet of muscle and scaled hide. Ascending. It is not moving like a reptile, but like a torpedo. Tyrant is already here. The impact is absolute, a void of teeth and crushing force. The hunt has already ended, for the apex predator of the ancient sea islands is her domain. Chapter 1: The World of the Tyrant. This is not an ocean. It is an arena. The Tethys Seaway. In the final million years of the Cretaceous, the water is warm, shallow, and crowded. It is a liquid battleground, choked with life and ruled by death. Ammonites, the size of truck tires, drift in vast, spiraling schools. Giant, predatory fish like Xiphactinus, the bulldog fish, patrol the mid-water, their own fangs bared. Here, there is only one law: eat or be eaten. And at the very top of this food chain is the Mosasaurus hoffmanni. Our protagonist is a female, 6 feet long, her hide a roadmap of scars from a lifetime of battles. She is an ancient queen in a kingdom of monsters. She is not a dinosaur. She is a marine reptile, a lizard that returned to the sea and conquered it. A leviathan, born of adaptation and violence. This shallow sea is her prime hunting territory, her empire. But empires must be defended. The young are always waiting. The opportunistic, the desperate. To be a tyrant is to be in a constant state of war. Chapter 2: The Struggle. The queen is hungry, but her prey is not simple. Angling her body down, the massive Mosasaur begins a slow, silent descent, her tail barely moving as she prepares for the attack. It is a fortress, wrapped in a leathery shell. She strikes from below, seizing the turtle's massive flipper in her jaws. But the Archelon is powerful. It drags her upward, toward the surface, toward the air it needs. This is not a kill. It is a test of strength. She must crush the shell, or drown the beast before her own lungs give out. Her jaws are a hydraulic press. She bites, and then a second set of jaws engages. Pterygoid teeth on the roof of her mouth. They are not for chewing, jerking. They are for holding. The Mosasaur employs a unique strategy. using its palatal teeth to slowly ratchet its prey deeper into its gullet. They pull the struggling turtle, millimeter by millimeter, deeper into her throat, even as she breathes. Days later, a new target. A school of Xiphactinus. Fast, agile, and aware. The murky water is their advantage. She must use a different strategy. Not brute force, but ambush. She waits, motionless, near the surface, hidden by the sun's glare. A 60-foot floating log of death. A fish strays too close. She erupts, not with a lunge, but with a snap of her serpentine body. Her tail, a massive crescent-shaped fluke, propels her with terrifying acceleration. The water boils. The fish is gone. But the exertion attracts attention. A new scent in her territory. A younger male, smaller but faster, and desperate to claim this prime hunting ground. He is challenging the queen. They circle each other, a ritual of intimidation. Mouths open, displaying the weapons. The female is larger, scarred, a veteran. The male is sleek, opportunistic. He lunges, a test, striking at her flank. She rose, absorbing the blow, and returns it with interest. This is a battle of tyrants. The fight is brief, but brutal. She seizes his pectoral flipper, her iller jaws locking on, and twists. The male, crippled, flees into the gloom, trailing blood. But he has left his mark, a deep gash. A row of broken teeth in this ocean. Blood is an invitation. There is one thing the Mosasaur cannot conquer: the air. She must surface to breathe, and in those moments, she is vulnerable, exposed to the sky and to the rivals waiting just below. She rises, her wound aching, her breath exploding from her lungs, pteranodon circle, waiting for scraps from her kills, or for her to become one. The air is sweet, but it is a poison. Every breath is a risk, a moment of weakness, advertised to the entire sea. The wound on her flank is not healing well. It is attracting sharks. The queen is compromised. Chapter 3. The climax. Weeks have passed. The wound is infected. It burns. She is slower. Her hunts are failing. The sharks, Cretaceous, are bolder. They follow her, just out of reach, waiting. She is starving. She needs a kill, a substantial one, or she will not have the strength to defend herself or to heal. And then she senses it. A massive, healthy plesiosaur, an adult, moving through the center of her territory. It is a high-risk gamble, a creature that can fight back. She descends, ignoring the pain in her side, pushing her muscles past their limits. She sinks into the dark, letting the plesiosaur pass overhead. One chance, one strike. She coils her body, her massive fluke, and explodes upward. A 60-foot for vertical ascent. A catastrophic explosion of water. She strikes the underbelly, her jaws clamping down, but the prey is strong. The plesiosaur thrashes, its own neck snapping, its teeth finding her wounded flank. The pain is blinding. The sharks are moving in, drawn by the chaos. She must end this. Now. She lets go and bites again. She uses her unhinging, snake-like jaw to swallow the creature's flipper whole. And then she begins the death roll. A deep, churning, tearing vortex of sound. The water is a red cloud. The Tyrant has won. The sharks will wait for another day. The legacy. This single, brutal life, this struggle for territory, was the story of the Mosasaur. They were not just animals. They were an event, a biological conquest. In just a few million years, these terrestrial lizards, they did it by perfecting the tools of a predator. Their skull was not a solid piece. It was kinetic, with joints that could flex, allowing them to swallow prey larger than their own heads. Their secret weapon, those pterygoid teeth. A living conveyor belt that dragged struggling victims into the abyss, a one-way ticket to oblivion. And their tail evolved from a simple paddle into a powerful, shark-like fluke. It was the engine of a tyrant. They were the apex, the final word in marine predation. Right up until the very end, when the sky fell and the oceans boiled, an empire erased in a single day. They were the silent tyrants of a lost world. Today, the oceans are calm, the surface a blue mirror. An empire is gone, but the silence of the deep remains. When you look at the calm surface of the ocean today,